Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday's morning meditation. We are in the book of Lamentations, and as you can guess by the title, this is not a book that's full of a lot of cheer. It's a book that's written by the prophet Jeremiah as he is lamenting over the destruction of Jerusalem and the captivity of the Jewish people. And as you read through this book, you can see so clearly his grief. And I want you to understand something as you read through this. That the grief that he's showing is not a grief that he alone feels. This is also a reflection of the heart of God on the needless sufferings of people when they disobey him and go their own way and cease to follow him to their own benefit. When we sin, we bring destruction on ourselves, and God pleads with us not to go the way of our own rebellion, so that we won't reap what we sow. And he's heartbroken when we do sin, and from that sin bring harm to ourselves and others. God lets us sin because he's given us free will. But he never, ever wants us to bear those consequences. That's why he sent Jesus to die in our place, so that the eternal consequences of sin we could be free from and come and have a time with him forever in heaven. There is judgment for sin, and it does come, and it came upon Jerusalem. And now let's look at verse 19 and read about how the prophet is dealing with this great calamity. You have to understand, he's lost his home. He's lost everything. He's feeling this with his people. He knew it was coming. He pleaded with them to stop. They didn't listen to him. And now he sees firsthand all of this devastation. And this is his words to the Lord. The thought of my suffering and homelessness is bitter beyond words. I will never forget this awful time as I grieve over my loss. Yet I still dare to hope when I remember this. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance, therefore I will hope in him. The Lord is good to those who depend on him, to those who search for him. So it is good to wait quietly for salvation from the Lord, and it's good for people to submit at an early age to the yoke of his discipline. Let them sit alone in silence beneath the Lord's demands. Let them lie face down in the dust, for there may be hope at last. Let them turn the other cheek to those who strike them, and accept the insults of their enemies. For no one is abandoned by the Lord forever. Though he brings grief, he also shows compassion, because of the greatness of his unfailing love. For he does not enjoy hurting people or causing them sorrow. If you live long enough, you will experience in this world times of desperate grief and great pain. This is not a popular thing for preachers to preach about. Most people like to bring happy sermons. But this is real life that we're talking about. And there's real pain in living. But the power of this message is that it reminds us that that pain is temporary, but the mercy of God is everlasting. No one is abandoned by the Lord forever. Though he brings grief, he also shows compassion because of the greatness of his unfailing love. If you're in a situation where you're grieving or suffering today, call out to God. Remain faithful. And always hold on to the hope that you have in Jesus Christ. For our God will not fail. Have a great day, guys. Bye.